Hello again, welcome to my home. Again, my name is Jay, we've gathered that by now. I've done a few videos on cancer recovery, and when I say cancer recovery, it's fighting back from the dreaded C word, you know what I mean? What can I tell you? One of the biggest things I used to use in recovery was eggs, because 48% of an egg is actual protein. It's pure protein. Everyone goes, oh, it's bad cholesterol, it's this, it's that, it's the other. Don't believe the hype. Don't. It's good cholesterol, they're good for you. The better the egg you get, the better it is. Anyway, on that note, eggs. Eggs is what I'm going to be doing today. Well, when I say eggs, eggs are going to be the centre of the food, really. I'm going to be doing two types of omelette. Now, the two types of omelette are, I'm going to do, one is like an egg foo young with chicken and spring onions, and I'll go through the ingredients in a minute. And the other one is a seaweed omelette with kimchi and some asparagus on the side. Now, there's nothing but goodness in these. There's nothing bad about them. If you cook right, if you use the right oils, so on, so on, so on, you can't go wrong, trust me. So one of them's going to be a lunch and the other one's going to be like more of an evening meal. So, you know what I mean? So you get the versatility of it. So here we go. Onto the ingredients. We have got carrot, pak choi, spring onions, chicken, some coconut oil, which I'm going to be using obviously to cook with, ginger, garlic and some soy sauce. It's plain old soy sauce. If you want to get a bit picky, go, oh, soy sauce is bad for you, full of salt. Okay, you got me. Soy sauce can be bad, fair enough. Right, so let's get cracking. Now I've already got the pan on, so first thing I'm going to do is show you this thing here. This thing is called a Japanese mandolin. Now, as you can see, this has got the teeth on because I'm going to do the carrot. Now, usually I have it already in the pan, which is what I'm going to do first. But I'm going to come back to this in 1 second because, personally, I think the Japanese mandolin, you know when you get these people who chop, and it's going like, I can't chop like that, it'll take ages. These are the great things to use. However, my biggest tip I'm going to give you is this bad boy here, this thing. Now, this thing, no, it's not a Michael Jackson glove but from back in the 90s, it really isn't. It's a chainmail glove. Now, the reason why, even me, you know what I mean, I chop away, you know, I can chop into little matchsticks, but let me just show you how easy this is. But first, hang on, chicken. Get your chicken in the pan. Already, in the coconut oil already smells beautiful. Now, back to the chainmail glove. Now, don't everyone go, oh, you haven't done chicken, and then, no, I didn't. I tipped it in the tub. So, it's already been handled. Now, watch, you got a carrot, yeah? Now, it's nice and simple. Right, that's half the carrot. Now, this is the funkiest part of it. Check that out. That's half a carrot. Check that out. It's all matchstick. It's all perfectly formed. And that would take any chef, I don't care who you are, it's taken a good while to get everything that fine. It really, really would. Well, when I say good while, come on, don't get me wrong. So anyway, carrot goes in. Now, this, by the way, is like the egg foo young, right? Now, egg foo young, remember, we've got a Chinese chippy at the top of our street when I lived in my beloved Langley estate years and years ago, and I'd never had Chinese food before. I was like, oh, what's that? And I seen this dish, egg foo young, and I'm like, egg. Anyway, my mate got one. And I said, let me just try a bit of that. It's like the best thing ever. Do you know what I mean? It was fantastic. So since then, I've always done an egg foo young. Now, the beauty is about eggs is that if you're on a diet, eat eggs. If you want to put muscle on, eat eggs. If you want to feel better about yourself with good cholesterol, eat eggs. There's just no downside to eggs. The more you get them in the diet, the better they are for you. So, right onto the pan here, I'm not hitting this hard at all. I'm not hitting it hard at all, just fairly gentle, nice little sizzle, that's all you're getting. back to the chopping board. We've got some spring onions here. Now, a lot of people just use that side and throw away that. This is the best bit. I use it as garnish. I've actually, sorry to say this, but use that and throw the bottom bit away. So nice and chunky, because I want that nice chunky onion crunch. Get them in. Get them in. All right, so chicken, carrot, spring onion. That's simple. It's as simple as it goes. Now we get to the real cool stuff, right? The real cool stuff. Fresh ginger. Again, chopped fine, chopped matchstick here, about the same size as the carrot, but half the size. Now be careful with ginger. And when I say be careful because you can overload it. So just give it a good sprinkle. And then as you're going through the omelette, you get this little bite of ginger. It's fresh, it's clean, it's fragrant, floral, you name it. It's got it all going on, right? Now, a lot of people, including quite a few Chinese chefs actually, you put them two in together, the ginger and the garlic. I don't. The ginger is a bit more resilient. The garlic can burn, so I separate them a little bit. But that's just me. You know, all of you Chinese chefs, don't get into it to doing it wrong and I'm doing it my way. You know what I mean? It's what I like to do. Okay. So again, nice and gentle. And I don't want it to, like, you know, when you see these frying woks, you know, big flames, you know, faster than the, you know what I mean? Take your time, you know, take your time. The more time you've got, the better. The more time you've got, the better. Now right here, it's with garlic. Right there, it's about a decent sized clove of garlic, or maybe too small, you know, it depends on the size of the bulb you get, but one large clove or two small ones. There's your garlic. Now straight away, as soon as it hits the pan, beautiful, beautiful, absolutely delicious. I want to eat this now, you know what I mean, but chicken's not done, so you know what I mean, I'll be off work a bit. Anyway, again, nice and gentle. Now, this pak choi here, this is like, people see it and go, oh, what do you do with that? I'm going to show you. It's dead simple, right? Take off the root. As you unfold it, the beauty of a pak choi is it's like two vegetables. And I'll show you what I mean, right? It's got like the stalk, and then it's got this leafy. Now, what I like to do, let me just get rid of this. What I like to do, so that's the stalk. Now wait, chop that, and leave it. It's got a really earthy taste. It's quite good for you. It's high percentage of water. You know what I mean? It really is a really good vegetable that I think should be used a lot more. Incorporate it in your stir fries. This is going in an omelette, for God's sake. Do you know what I mean? It's a really good vegetable. It's full of vitamins, and you know, you name it, it's all there. Now this is coming together quite nice. Now, in goes your pak choi. Now the reason why I put it in this way is because the harder the vegetable goes in first. So carrot, really hard vegetable, get that in first, then the spring onion next, then the pak choi stuff. So basically, you're not going to be eating, and one of them is going to be extra crunchy and the other one's going to be extra soft. It's all going to be a decent consistency. Now, mate, smell this. Garlic and ginger together, fry it, is just a marriage. Made in heaven, just a marriage made in heaven. It reminds me of like everything from Thailand. Smell it in Thailand. You know, you know, every Chinese supermarket you go by, you go past and you get these smells, and they're fantastic. You know what I mean? Because these are the sense of what herbal remedies are all about, which I will go into on my last video, which is about my remedy, my immune system builder, should I call it? Anyway, I'll go into it. But let's get back to the pan. So here we are, 3 eggs. Reason why I'm using 3 eggs and chicken, this is an evening meal size of omelette. Fouillon, whatever you want to call it. If there's certain ingredients that goes in fouillon that I'm not using, then, you know, I'm sorry, but this is my fouillon. Alright, so 3 eggs in a bowl. Now I know I've still got the leafy pat choi on the side. Yeah, I know, because I don't want it to wilt too much. It's like when you put spinach in a hot pan. It wilts. Same thing. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So I'm going to root around in my little utensil drawer here because I forgot to get this one. So now look at the colour of them eggs, you know what I mean? So if you're going to make yourself a nice meal and you're going to incorporate eggs, use good eggs. Use good eggs, you know what I mean? Because the better the eggs you use, like, you get yolks that are like that, which are delicious, you know what I mean? Right, now, here's the thing. A lot of people will pour the eggs all over this. I kind of do it another way because I like to incorporate the eggs a little bit more than that, right? Now, how I do that is, the chicken's more or less cooked now. Oh, I'm going to be using that in a minute. Apologies. Right, the chicken's more or less cooked now. So what I do is, I put all the ingredients, like so, in with the eggs. Now, I know you're going to say, why do you do that, why do you do that? Because it's better. It's as simple as that. It gets a nice even coating, a really nice even coating. I'm going to use that pan again in a minute for the next omelette I'm going to be doing. But it gets a nice even coating. Now, as you can see, look at the colours of that. They're fresh, they're clean. Now in goes this. And the last ingredient is a splash of soy sauce. That's it. How simple is that? Really? You know, I'm not like, sorry, I'm rattling around in my drawer again. Right, now, you get a good stir in. See, all the nice ingredients. As you can see, the carrot, the onion, spring onion, pat choy, so on, so on, so on. Now, as this pan here is heating up, now, these pans that I've got here are quite funky pans, but because they're so thick, they take a while to heat up. So just bear with and I'll get you there. All right, so in this pan, we've got just a little bit of coconut oil, just like used in the other one, because coconut oil, personally, I think if you use a good coconut oil, I mean a really, really good one, like I'm doing this in like Chinese style for young, where I know before people say they use sesame oil, I know they do, I know. However, seed oils I do not use. When you Google seed oils, and before I get into an argument about sesame oil and seed oil, fine, it's your choice, whatever. It's how I like to cook. And coconut oil, in anything that's oriental, I use it for it all. Whether it be Japanese, I use it for it all. Right? Now, here we go. So I can just see, the way to test it, a little drizzle of egg. See, a little drizzle of egg, and you know it's kicking. All right, now's chill time. Well, it's not for me because I'm going to go on to the next dish, but I don't like to go mental on this because you can burn the eggs. Don't do that. Put it to the back of the stove over there, and I'm going to come back to it in a minute, right? Because while that's happening, I'm going to do the next dish. Next dish being a seaweed omelette with kimchi and asparagus. Now, I'm going to use that pan for the asparagus As long as it's had his veggies and this, that, the other, it's fine. Check that bad boy out. Look at that. This is a Japanese omelette pan. Now, the Japanese use these rolled omelettes, and that's what this is. Now, I love this pan. I love this pan. But if you're going to do an omelette as big as a Fu Young, it's no good. It's no good. This is more of a daytime, like lunchtime kind of pan. So, again, coconut oil. Now this, we're going to go the other way around with this. The eggs go in first, and I'll show you why in a second. So, a couple of eggs in. Let's get rid of that. A couple of eggs in. Give it a good whisk. Look at the colour. Beautiful. Now while this pan's heating up, and as you can see, you know what I mean, it doesn't hang about. It doesn't hang about because it's a thinner pan. So you see what I mean? Like, it's a thinner pan. So the thinner the pan, the faster they heat up. So just be careful with them. You need a lower heat on them. The bigger, thicker pans, like the one I'm doing the Fu Young styling, obviously it needs a little bit more time. Now, here we go. So, don't put it all in. Don't put it all in, right? Just give it a little swirl. Now, here we go. This stuff right here, I'm moving over. This is seaweed, right? Now, before everyone says, where am I going to get seaweed from? You can get it from Tesco's, you can get it from Morrison's. This is basically, you know, what you can make your own sushi with, right? So it's sushi seaweed basically. But the benefits of seaweed is pretty good, right? So as you can see on the pan, what I'm doing is I'm pulling it back and rolling it, right? So a little bit more egg. Yeah, oh, wait. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can do a bigger omelette. You can do a 3-egg omelette if you like, if you're hungry, do you know what I mean? But for the lunch, especially if you're going to have asparagus and things like that with it, which is what I'm going to serve it with. In fact, let me get that on. So if you're going to serve asparagus and stuff with it, then on a serious note, you know, have 3 eggs. If you're hungry, have 3 eggs. Me, as a lunch, because I'm always on the go and yada yada yada, 2 eggs is, for me, is enough, right? Now, as you can see, I've got these two paddles here that fit in perfect, and all I'm doing is rolling and pulling back. Now again, before all of you say, where am I going to get that pan from? Where cooking's concerned, I'm a bit of an anorak, which means if I'm going to do a Japanese omelette, like with seaweed, I want a Japanese pan because that's just me. You can do it in a round pan, you know what I mean? There's no right or wrong way to do it, just do it correct. So as you can see, we roll in, pulling back. And again, before you all write in about, I'm going to put kimchi with this. Kimchi's Korean. Now as you can see, bam, nice rolled omelette, pull it to one side, let it rest. Just put it in the corner and let it rest. Nice rolled omelette. While all that's going on, we're going to get into the asparagus. Paddles are done with. We're going to get into the asparagus. Nice asparagus, washed, break them. I should have done that in front of you really, you know what I mean? Basically, to see where the good part of the asparagus is, you break it and it snaps at the part that it's perfect in, right? So one half of it is a little bit woody and can be a bit stringy, and the other half is perfect. It snaps on the very, very right part. So snap it. Grab on one side, the other side, bam, snap it. I should have done it while you was on camera, but I was prepping, so I got in front. Right, I'm going to wipe this pan out. 1 second. Only reason being, it's only had veggies in. Yeah, it's had chicken in there, but it's all been cooked. But I don't want a veggie to burn. There we go. I don't want a veggie to burn and stick to the asparagus. So here we go. Asparagus. Now, this is just fried in coconut oil. Simple as that. Right? While this is frying, I'm going to come back to something here. This is kimchi. Right, let me wipe down. Now kimchi. Kimchi is a superfood, right? I've made my own kimchi, and it's fantastic. You know, there's some really, really good ones out there. This is a good one. Now, kimchi is a fermented, right, you've seen the Chinese cabbages, right? This is basically a fermented Chinese cabbage. And they put Korean pepper in, and they put it in their tight jar, seal it. And I was going to make my own kimchi for this channel, which I still might do, but I don't use it as much or eat it as much as I do the sauerkraut. So I've decided to opt for to show you how to do sauerkraut. It's the easiest one, but very, very, very beneficial to you. Very beneficial to you. Right, so here we go. While the kimchi is frying, let me get that out of the way. Now, if we get onto this pan here, as you can see, there we go. Now, there's a couple of ways of doing it. You can flip it, which I like to do. This feels a bit weighty, so if you get a plate, put it over the top of it. Now, this is a foolproof way. I would have flipped it by now and carried on. Spin it, as you can see. There we go. There we go. Nice and golden, nice and beautiful. Give me 1 second, I'm just going to wash this plate because I was going to serve it on this plate, and I was like, oh, I've not put a flipping plate out because me being the chefy guy that I am, I would have just flipped it and moved on. So as you can see, it's nice and golden, it looks beautiful, you've got chicken, the pad choi, everything's in there. That is perfect for you. Excuse me 1 second. Apologies. Right. So it's almost time to plate up. Almost time to plate up. Now I've got 2 types of plate here. Now, because one's for an evening meal and the other one's for the lunch. Right, 2 different types of plate. Let me get that soy sauce out of the way. Alright, so the asparagus in the coconut oil is smelling beautiful. Now, don't try this at home, boys and girls, putting your hands in the pan like I do. You know, when you work with food all day, every day, like I do, you've got hands like Superman. They're made out of steel because you know, I've always got my hands in pans, and my missus is going, you're gonna burn yourself, you're gonna burn yourself. Anyway, so don't try that at home. So please don't write in saying, I burned my hands because of you. Your fault. Right, so here we go. Asparagus is taking. Now, what I mean by taking, the outside of the asparagus is just starting to caramelise. See, just starting to caramelise. Just starting to go, just starting to caramelise. You see, just starting to caramelise. That's what you want. That's what you want. You're more or less there. We are more or less there, to be honest. We are more or less there. So I'm going to turn this off. Sorry about the beeping. Let's get it off and concentrate on this Chinese omelette. Now, as you can see, you do it's that easy. Another way, check it. That's that chef hands for you again. We're almost there. So what I am going to do is I'm going to plate up one first. So this is the Japanese seaweed omelette. So on the plate, right in the centre. Let's get rid of the pan. Now the kimchi. Put the kimchi. Now I've shredded this kimchi a little bit more. And what I mean by shred it a little bit more is it does come in like, you know, clumps of cabbage. So I've shredded it down a little bit, right? And then the soy sauce, just give it a little drizzle. Literally just a drizzle, just a splash. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of soy sauce on the plate. As you're scooping it up, it will taste great. Right, so right here, We've got the kimchi, let's get that out of the way. With a little splash of soy sauce on the plate. Some nice asparagus. Some nice asparagus all going round. Now this bad boy. This is the Fuyong omelette with my favourite spring onion tops with a little bit of freshness, sprinkled like so. Now, sprinkled like so, and give it another little drizzle of soy sauce, just for that little bit of extra saltiness, whatever you like. So let me get rid of this and I'll show you. So there we have it. We have got, this is a Fuyong style omelette. In it we've got chicken, pak choy, finish it with fresh spring onions. That's a good evening meal. 3 eggs, full chicken fillet. It's a real good filling meal. Very, very clean, very, very good. And this is a beautiful light lunch. This is your seaweed omelette, rolled seaweed omelette with kimchi, a little sprinkle of soy sauce again, and some asparagus which has been fried in coconut oil. Now, it's 2 simple dishes. I've done them both from scratch. What? In no time. In no time. Do you know what I mean? So there's always time to cook. There's no excuse. There's always time to cook. Cook for yourself. Get into eggs. Get into fresh food. Get into kimchi. Get into all these things, because every single thing on that plate is good for you. Apart from the soy sauce, really. But you can get reduced salt soy sauce. But it's all there for you. Now, I'm going to bid you farewell, but before I do, these are meals that help me with my fight back from cancer. It really, really, really did. They're not hard to eat. You don't struggle with them. Get them down you. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, with chemotherapy, you feel drained and feel like sick and things like that. Just try your best and get it down. Just please try your best and get it down you. You know what I mean? A little bit at first and then more until you're eating full meals like this. And you'll be eating it before you know it if you keep just pushing forward. That's the biggest message I can ever give anybody. Just don't give up. Keep pushing forward. Lean on the people that love you. The people that leave you in these times, because that happened to me, let them go and concentrate on the people that stay. They're the ones who'll be there with you forever. Just stay with it, okay? If you get this message to one person who's got suffering, who's got cancer, who's brother, sister, grandmother, grandfather, mother, father, if anyone is suffering from cancer and this is a message that gets through, my job's done. Okay. I'm going to bid you good night. I'm not sure which omelette to use here, you know what I mean? So me and my missus are going to be arguing who's having what. We might have half each. But anyway, I'm going to bid you good night and eat my omelette while it's hot. Take care. Bye-bye.